Hi everyone, it's Vicky here from Crafty Heaven. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today I'm going to be showing you how I made this Gable lid treat box, and I used the Papercraft Society Box number 59, which comes with the Gable box die set, and this is what it looks like, and I think it's turned out really cute. So as you can see, we've got this beautiful paper here. This is from a paper pad, which I'll show you later on, and I believe it was free from a magazine. So I've used the ephemera to decorate the front and also the top here, and then we've got this gorgeous bow with the wooden leaf on the center there. So this pops off, so you can pop your treats inside. So if you want to know the measurement for the treat box, it is 3¼ by 6½, so you can get quite a lot of treats inside there. Another way to use the Gable box die set from the kit, and I hope you enjoy the tutorial. So we're going to start off with the base of our box, and for this you'll need a piece of cardstock that measures 8¼ by 11, and we're going to start scoring on the 11-inch side, and we will start at 1¾ 5, 6¾ and 10. And then on the 8¼ side we will score at 1¾ and then you need to fold and burnish on your score lines and use your bone folder to give them a good press. So now we need to do some trimming. So you'll see you have this 1¾ inch panel on this side, and then we have this smaller one on the opposite side. So the rectangle that's underneath the smaller one here, we need to trim that off completely. So just cut up that score line and cut across to get rid of that one. Then we need to cut up these 3 score lines here to form our tabs, and I'm just going to basically cut out that score line. Okay, so it will leave a slight gap. Do that on the other 2. Cut a bit of a wedge off that side as well. Okay, so I've gone ahead and added my paper and done the aperture just to save time, but I'll go through all the measurements with you. So the patterned paper I've used is this Sweater Weather, and it's absolutely beautiful. I think I got this free in a magazine, but you could use whatever papers you have. 2 pieces that are just over 3 inches by 6�3/8. Then you'll need 2 that measure 1�5/8 by 6�3/8, and then you'll go ahead and stick them down. Then for the aperture, I've used the inverted scallops supersized nestables, and these are the rectangles, and this is Creative Craft Products. And I've come down from the top of my box about 1 7/8 of an inch, because the lid just comes just before that. Then I've used the 3rd from the smallest, and I placed that on there and then die cut that in my machine. So if you don't have these dies and you just have some regular rectangle dies, it measures 2¼ by 4¼ Then I added some acetate for the back, and I just cut that to 2¾ by 4�5/8, but you could cut that to, you know, whatever size that you want, and then I stuck that down. Then we need to add some adhesive to our box to assemble this. So you have this 1-inch tab here. You're going to place that adhesive on the outside of the tab, and then we're going to come to the inside, and the tab that's nearest that 1-inch section here, you're going to leave that adhesive free, and you just got to add adhesive to the other 3 tabs. You're going to peel off the backing. You can fold this flat if you want and fold that over, but I like to make sure that they are joined together nicely, and then I can fold it flat and press that down. Okay, so you want your join to be at the back of the box. So we are going to place this one down first that's got no adhesive, so then that gives a nice finish inside of the box. So we're going to place that one down first, glue the smaller tabs down, and then glue that one down, and this last one needs to be where that join is at the back. So I'm going to glue them together. Okay, so that's what it will look like when it's assembled. So now let's make the lid. This is what we are aiming for. Normally when you make this up, you'd have the bottom on the box, but this time we're going to have it without, so then we could use this as the lid. So what you need to do is you need to die cut out using the Gable box die twice. Okay, so I've got my 2 pieces here, and I actually want to run this through my embossing folder that comes in the kit, but first of all we need to do some trimming to this first. So what we need to do is we need to cut off this bottom section here, but we are keeping these sections. You can discard this or use it for, you know, something else. So all we're going to do is we're going to cut along this score line here, okay, and also on this one, and like I said, you keep that one and discard that one, and we do the same for this one. Okay, so now you should have 2 of these and 2 of these. So before we assemble this, I want to run these through the embossing folder. Okay, so I'm going to emboss all these pieces. Okay, so that's them now embossed. I also went in with my vintage photo and just went over the raised areas, and then I placed them in my scoreboard and just went over those score lines again, and I've just folded them up. Okay, so now we need to assemble this together. We're going to start on this side here, and we're going to get one of these, and you want to make sure that the curve is going downwards. So we're going to place this section here and slot that through to the back, and then you want to make sure that these 2 edges along the bottom are meeting up. Okay, and then we can turn this to the back and glue that down. Okay, and then you're going to get your other one, and again you're going to get this section here and place that into there. So they are both in there, and then you want to make sure that it's all lined up along the bottom, and you want to make sure that these slots line up as well. So I'm going to add glue just to underneath there and also in there, and then you're going to do the same with this side. So again, make sure that curve is facing down, line them up, and then we can bring this one over and slot that one in there again. So when that is dry, all we're going to do is we're going to join these 2 sections together like that, and they're going to get tucked into those slots on the side, and then they will hook over like so. And there we go. So you've got your lid. So then you just place it on top of your box, and it will be a nice snug fit, so then that won't fall off. And there we go. How cute is that? A different way to make a lid for your treat box. So now all we need to do is just decorate it. So for that I have got the ephemera. So I've got the nuts about you, so I'm going to have that at the bottom here, and I've got some mushrooms, and then I've got the leaves. I thought that I could add somewhere, and then this is the ephemera. So as you can see, you've got some gorgeous different ones in there. You also get the wooden embellishments, but I think I'm going to add a bow on the front here, and then add this happy birthday sentiment along the top there. So I'm going to get all that decorated, and then I will come back. And there we go, that is it all decorated. So I made the bow using Simply Made Crafts Dinky Bows and Blooms die set, and I wanted to add the squirrel, the wooden squirrel, onto the bow, but it didn't fit, so I just added this leaf, and then I've added some of the ephemera on the front, and then I've got the happy birthday on there. So that just slides off, so you can pop your treats inside. So I'm going to pop some nuts inside, and then I will have that in the photos. So yeah, another different way that you could use the Gable box die from the Simply Made Crafts Papercraft Society Box number 59, and I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. If so, please give this video a big thumbs up. Please continue to support my channel by hitting that subscribe button. Until next time guys, take care. Bye.